Morning, friends. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Akoya. I make lifestyle, motherhood, and homemaking videos here on YouTube. And today we are going to be going through the kids' toys. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you for a long time because we are starting this early. I have not really gotten myself ready besides like a little bit of a nicer outfit. It is a rain day here. It is gloomy, so we're going to have to be inside. I'm going to do a little preliminary sort here, and then we're going to have the kids kind of help and see. I want to get through this quick, but we didn't need that, right? So, all right, so we've got a bag for donation and a bag for stuff that's just honestly trash. This is probably. So as you can tell, we have a lot to get done today. I've got about 4 bins of toys. I've went through them multiple times here, and honestly, it's just been something on my mind that I keep thinking I really need to go through those. So we are checking everything. I did realize as I start going through them that I actually did a really good job this last time, and we haven't brought in too many new toys. But with the holidays coming up and everything, I thought I better just get after this because we'll have a new influx of things and I don't want to have no space. And then I'm using these little bags to organize some of the smaller pieces and things that I'm finding in the totes because organized totes are happy totes. And then the kids were getting excited about a ton of the toys and activities. So that's one of the beautiful things about having toys put away in totes is you can rotate them as your kids become more bored or just are losing interest in things that are out. You can put new things out and they're re-excited by them. And it also helps keep it more manageable so that they can more easily help clean up and be part of, your daily tasks. I also realized that these army men, as much as they're like fun, they don't stand up great. So the kids never really play with them and they're kind of just annoying. So I'm putting them in a nice little Ziploc bag and then going to put them in the donate bag because I'm being really realistic with myself. We never put them out in the toy rotation. So that's one thing I'm trying to really be conscious of is what am I just not picking because I'm not excited about, or what do the kids complain about and get frustrated about? Or do we have too many additional pieces to something? Because this is all about creating some space in our mind and our home and making cleanup and everything super easy and super simple. Okay, the kids were really invested. I gave them 2 balls out of the bin. So that's like the thing about doing anything with your kids is they want to play with everything, which that's part of doing a toy rotation is then anything in the bin becomes super exciting again. It just keeps it a little more fresh. So I do like doing that. I also cycle out anything that's like not necessarily age appropriate. So different stages like different toys, and no one in my family might be in that stage currently, so then I'll take those toys out and just bring them out as a new kid comes of age to enjoying that toy, that stage. I made a bin of stuff that doesn't belong here, like my mom's toy collection. We have a few of her items, so I'm setting those in an area. I started using the little Ziploc bags, I think you saw that, as part of my organizing. Now I've got this bin was stuff we rotated toys, like the kids were just leaving a mess. So I just took some of the toys away because if they can't clean it up by themselves at night, then they have too many out. So we are gonna start sorting through this, and I'm even thinking maybe there's just too much of this type of item. So as I'm going through this, I am making sure that each toy has all of its parts, that everything's together. As you can see, that bag's like little kid stuff. And then I have all the food together. I'm making sure all of the food has each part of it. And if it doesn't, I started making a separate pile for that stuff so that as I'm looking through the bins, I can look for it and I know if I need to be searching like under the couch or in a weird cabinet. And then I'll just kind of leave some of those toys that I'm pretty confident we still have the other pieces too, but we are still missing it at the moment in a basket that's more accessible. So as we find them, be able to put it together and then put it in its correct home. So, for our family, this is super important that we're continually going through the toys, and I'm really making it a priority right now because we are about to be on like a month-long little trip seeing family and doing holiday things and just lots of busyness in our family. And Avery and I have some things we'd like to start, so I know that having our home set up clean, minimized, organized, and just ready to roll is going to make my mental load so much better and just our day to day life way smoother. And when I'm away from home, I don't want to be thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I would have gotten that done. I just want to know I did my best to get everything done and then I can relax on our vacation. And then when we come home, it will be just fresh and ready for us to roll into our projects for this new year. And then I'm so excited we get to go see a whole bunch of family, but with that, as you guys know, Avery's family lives very far away from us, so we are going to be driving to go see them. It's about a 24-hour car ride. We'll probably break it up into 2 days with a hotel stay in the middle. That way, when we get there, we're well rested and in a decent routine because it is so hard to travel with kids and get them off their schedules and then try to be doing things and the grandmas and grandpas and aunties and uncles, everyone wants to see you and hang out and they're so excited, but sometimes it can be hard for them to remember that your kids did just spend 2 days in the car or 24 hours, a day and a night. So we try to break it up with a hotel stay, do some swimming, and a bunch of fun things. So later on in this video, we are going to be packing my snack bag. That is one of the key things to making this road trip bearable and keeping my kids really excited about it. But first, we need to finish up these toys. All right, so I've got a bin with like organizing items. This is that very random bin, kind of like things that go. Over here, I mostly love every toys, but I'm gonna rearrange this and take out puzzles and things. Up here's kind of where I'm working. See, so this is like a love everything, but it's more of like a puzzle and matching. I feel like that would be better off in my school, like supervised activities. Then I have some baby items. And as you can see, I was starting to collect up some bags, so I want to move those around. And then I'm kind of making a pile of stuff that is missing pieces over here, so I can either find the pieces, see about ordering them, whatever. And then just some like random stuff or things that I want to put in a different bin. And I have one more bin over here, also kind of random, that I need to go through. Okay, so this stuff's more of like more baby items. A lot of actually these Love Every toys are kind of like for 1 to 2 year olds. So I was keeping it in a bin together, but I feel like some of it I'd like differently. Like this is a learning thing. This Arkin could actually do right now. So I think something Arkin could do right now. So I'm gonna take it out. And then we have some things that are like almost too little for him. I need to find the other ones. Put them together. And then there's like this threading activity. There's just some stuff that I think would be really useful in my school selection. So that's what we're gonna work on. All right, so last night I spent pretty much up until supper going through all of those toys. I feel like we made some really great progress. I got some new toys rotated out for the kids, especially for Arkin because he's starting to get to that age where he actually is playing with things and starting to do some of the cause and effect things. So I found some great things that I put out that he might be interested right now in, but he definitely will be interested in a month or two when we get back from our trip. So that'll be really great to have that already done and not be worrying about it when I get back and I'm trying to unpack all of our stuff. And then I ran to the grocery store. Actually, this might have been a pickup order. I can't even remember. It is all blurring together. We are just in like get it done without panicking, the things when you're getting ready to go on a trip or you've just gotten back. It's like it all blurs together and you just go, go, go until it's done. That's pretty much what we did. Now that I'm thinking though, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we all went to the store together. That's kind of the thing I like to do a day or two before our big road trip is plan a snack run. It is an expensive grocery run because we don't normally buy a lot of prepackaged food, but when you are traveling and you're going to spend 2 whole days in the car, it is way less expensive to buy big boxes of prepackaged food, say at Walmart or literally anywhere that's not the gas station. And you can also get a lot more healthy options with cleaner ingredients and just better things. And after doing this trip so many times now, I know the power of some good snacks. Snacks will keep your kids fed and healthy and picking healthier good options, things with not a lot of sugar, focusing on protein, whole foods, some refrigerated items. That is going to keep everyone in a much better mood and their bellies feeling better, keeping everyone regular, all the things, that you don't want to think about, but you need to so that you can all survive and have a great trip. So that's what we did. We got some beverages. The Red Bulls are for Avery since he will be the main driver. He's going to need a little extra energy and way less expensive to buy those at the store. And then I love some of these made good bars, and like the kids love the little granola balls. I don't know if you guys have tried any of those before, but they're really fun. That's it bars. Just fun packaged things. And I normally let the kids pick one or two items themselves from, like a suggested thing that I have done, the healthier things. We're not going for pure sugar. Like, I really try to find things that have at least some protein in them and are not made with any food dyes and stuff. So I'm just kind of throwing all of the snacks into this bag, and then a little later we will unbox everything and kind of organize it by type. This is really important when you're traveling because you don't want to have a lot of extra packaging in your vehicle because your vehicle is pretty much where you're living. So the more you bring in it, the more you have to live with while you're on the drive. I also got one of these little nose snot suckers. I could not find mine for the life of me for like a week and a half. And so I bought one, and then you'll never believe this, but as I'm packing, I found the other one. And I am positive I've looked in every single bag. I have no idea. So now I have two of them, which I'm not really mad about because we use this thing multiple times a day and it was so used on this trip, being winter and all the traveling and people, we needed it. But yeah, so I have two of them now. One kind of lives in my diaper bag, and then one lives in the bathroom where I do like the diaper changes and get Arkin ready for bed and everything. But this thing is amazing. You can use it with one hand and everything. I'll leave a link for it in the description if you don't have one yet. But they also sell it at Walmart. Just know if you use my link, it does give me a commission, which I always appreciate. And then, yeah, I just love it. And then we've also used like the tip with like a little syringe if you need to like, what is it called? Irrigate your kid's nose. Like people will use like a neti pot or something, but you can use one of these snot sucker tips hooked onto a syringe. It's a little redneck, but it definitely gets the nose clean. So Got all that stuff unpacked and put away. Now we're just doing some lunch so everyone's happy and healthy. The kids have been so cute, and I love this little island. I'm really looking forward to in our next house, whatever that be, hopefully having like an actual island that we all could sit at, and maybe even having my cook stove where I'm standing so I can be cooking and showing them what we're adding, like our spices, our ground meat and stuff. Every time I stand here, I just think of that. So if you guys have one of those and you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know too, because I've seen people with like sinks in their island. I feel like I wouldn't love that. I kind of had one in my first apartment I had with Avery, and I felt like it was always spraying. You could never like sit across from it and work on like papers because the sink was always spraying water over there. But I feel like a stove, it does spray a little bit, but it seems to be less. I don't know. Maybe when I was little, I just didn't notice. So you guys should let me know if this is a good idea or if I should adjust my dream a little bit. Yeah, so we're about to be going on this 22-hour road trip, and I thought I should give you a couple of my tried and true tips. My tried and true trips. No, my tried and true tips for road tripping with kids. First off, think about their car seats. What is that going to be most comfortable? Set them in an arrangement that you know they like and make sure they're used to it so it's not all new and overwhelming. Talk about what this trip is going to be, what they can expect. We're going to spend the whole day in the car traveling. We're going to see trees and pass over rivers. We'll let you know as we go through each state. You know, let them know if we're going to get fast food in the morning or stop at a gas station. Maybe you plan to stay in a hotel that night and there'll be a pool and you'll take them to the pool in the morning before you get back in the car. Like, start talking about these things way before the event actually happens. And then when you get closer, you start counting down the days in anticipation. Make the road trip as exciting as the destination. That way, they're excited about this. They're committed. They're part of the team. And then, hey, do you want to bring, like, make sure you bring them a blanket or a pillow so they can be comfortable and take naps. Help them pick great snacks like we did today and let them be part of the packing of the snacks. I don't normally let my kids pack everything with me. I do appreciate some help, but at a certain point, I normally need just, an hour by myself in peace to go through and make sure everyone has, say 5 pairs of pants, 5 sweatshirts, a few t-shirts, enough underwear and socks. And I've done that for each child. So but I do let them be part of it and kind of talk about the weather that's going to be there and all these things as we're packing. And when we're in the car, like, oh my gosh, are you so excited when we go on our trip? So, talking about the event of the travel, talking about, say, your hotel stay and swimming, talking about the special treat they get to pick, even though it's a healthy granola bar, just gives them that anticipation and that sense of autonomy when they get to pick their special one and they're looking forward to the trip and opening that special snack they picked at the store a couple days before is so great. Then other things like having a lot of snacks, making sure everyone has water, focusing on if you do go out to eat, picking proteins. I really try to pick a protein for everyone. So this is not French fries, French fries, French fries. We actually did like no French fries on this trip, and I think it was the best trip yet. French fries always end up just being spilled, or they'll eat those instead of the protein and then be crabby or have hurting bellies. So I really try to stick to things that we eat normally, give them the opportunity to have an option for their food when we go, and to be excited about and not stress. Like, don't be worried about it. It will be fine. Everyone will get there. And I also don't worry about like how many snacks they're having. If they want to eat 12 granola bars for their day, like, that's gonna be fine. That's why I try to think of good, healthy snacks, and then they can have as much as they want in the car ride, and I think that just keeps everyone having more fun and being more excited, and it also lightens my load when I'm not worried about who had 2 That's It bars and who already had 3 granola bars or 1 granola bar or whatever, when I'm like, "You know what? They're just gonna have whatever they have, and it's fine." It actually works out way better for everyone, and we just stay in a great mood. And then I also like to bring kind of like some fidgety toys. I tried to think about noises, like not anything with like lights or sounds necessarily, but maybe like a subtle clicker or something with interesting texture or little toys that kind of click together and apart and can be used in multiple ways and bring like a little bag for them or something. That normally tends to keep them pretty busy, and then just looking at the scenery. And lastly, I do bring my iPad, which has like cell service on it, and that is great. We'll use that normally if we know we're coming up on their normal like nap time and they're doing really great in the car. We'll suggest like, hey, maybe we should watch a movie, and we try to really pull it out before anyone gets crabby. That way we're only rewarding good behavior and kindness rather than crying and whining gets you a show. So that's kind of how we treat any kind of like iPad TV time, is only on good behavior. And then also rotating between, music, no music, maybe a show or a like podcast style book, or even Avery and I will listen to our own kind of podcast or some kind of YouTube video where they're maybe reviewing a product or talking about something. We'll listen to that, and the kids really enjoy it. So I hope that helps you guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.